that these glasses existed, as early Renaissance paintings sometimes depict scholars using hand-held frame or perch-style glasses. Glass blowers would make lenses of different thickness based on rudimentary vision testing. As these glasses became more popular, the Italian creation spread throughout Europe, mostly available to the wealthy because scholarship was a prized attribute during the Renaissance. Glasses were status symbols of intelligence and prosperity. The technology might have remained stagnant for several centuries because the next clear historical picture of spectacles comes during the 17th. Glasses grew to be hands-free with the development of temples to extend over the years. Perhaps the most famous of these more modern glasses include Martin's Margin spectacles, developed by the inventor Benjamin Martins. These glasses are sold as collector's items today, but they pioneered the pursuit for more accurate lens development and thinner lenses supported by durable frames. After the over-the-air innovation, new developments with glasses began to speed up. Benjamin Franklin added to the versatility of glasses by inventing the bifocal lens, which allowed a person with both near and far-sighted affectation to use one pair of glasses instead of two. He did this at first by cutting lenses in half and putting them together into one frame. Another style that was prominent during the time was scissor spectacles. These were glasses that could be stored in pockets and taken out when needed for seeing something important. Some men did not enjoy wearing glasses full time, so these were the answer: pocket glasses that could be folded up in ink like a pair of scissors. As the 19th century dawned, glasses were still handcrafted and not available to everyone, but the Industrial Revolution was right around the corner, and mass production of both frames and lenses made it much simpler for working men and women to obtain the necessary eye correction. The early 18th also saw the introduction of peculiar cylindrical lenses for correcting astigmatism. With lens technology and accurate prescription becoming ever more affordable during the 18th and 19th, saw a trend towards making glasses fashionable and stylish. Frames with different shapes, materials, and color became available for those who wanted glasses to match their face shape, eye color, or outfit. Most notably, styles changed because of the availability and development of strong plastics. No longer did all glasses need to be made with wool, metal, or on frames. Plastics could be molded into many shapes and sizes. The 20th century also saw the rise of sunglasses. While sunglasses were first innovated in China during the 12th century, they were used to obscure the eyes of judges in court, so no one could determine their expressions. Other glasses manufacturers experimented with colored lenses, but these again were not for protection. Only in the 19th did tinted sunglasses began to be used for light sensitivities caused by medical conditions. The fad spread beyond medical applications, and starting in 1929, sunglasses were mass-produced for sun protection and reducing glare.
Eyeglasses are used for so many things. The most important is, the very common one is the shade, which we see outside. The sunglasses used in protection of the eyes against radiations from the sun. When you look at in the sun, there are a lot of radiations, especially I want to talk about the harmful ones, the ultraviolet and the infrared rays, which are not good for the eyes. These are some of the, like the x-rays and some other things, which are very, very dangerous. And they only use it for diagnostic purposes. So also the infrared rays and the ultraviolet rays are not supposed to be entering the eyes.
Finally, the 1980s saw the introduction of plastic lenses. These were less breakable and they could be made lighter and tinier than their glass predecessors. Modern technology continues to improve glasses with protective coatings and reduce glare and UV light. Your glasses are the result of centuries of innovative technologies. Glasses are important because of various reasons, such as fashion. With numerous styles, colors, and shapes, sunglasses are up to date on the latest fashion trends. They are a great accessory to make any outfit fashionable and enhance your facial features. Eye protection. In today's digital world, it is important to properly protect your eyesight in order to ensure that it lasts a lifetime. Glasses not only protect your vision from digital screens but also keep dirt and dust from getting into your eyes. Furthermore, eyeglasses can also help protect your eyes from harmful ultraviolet rays. Convenience. Unlike contact lenses, glasses are easy to put on and take off. Eyeglasses do not require additional cleaning and do not need to be replaced as often as contact lenses. Added features. As technology has expanded and grown, so has eye care technology. Nowadays, there are numerous additions that can be made to your eyeglasses to better protect your eyes and vision. For example, you can get a transition lens which darkens when exposed to ultraviolet rays and lightens once inside. It also helps to read easier. It is common for adults to read newspapers and books, but sometimes they have difficulties in recognizing the letters because their vision becomes hazy. This happens not just for adults but also to anyone. Thus, reading glasses or any other prescribed eyeglasses is perfect for you to make you see and read clearer.
The summary of what I know about eyeglasses is that I am using it for me to be able to read very well because I suffer short sightedness. So I can still read at a far distance, but when I bring it closer, it will be blunt. And I consulted ophthalmologist or optician. So and glasses was recommended for me. That's the reason I'm using it. But some people are using it just for fancy. People call it recommended. My way is recommended.
There are many reasons to wear eyeglasses, but regardless of the reasons, the point here is to take care of your eyes because this is the only organ that enables us to see things. Without it, we cannot be able to perform daily tasks the usual way, and it will be harder for us to appreciate the beauty of the nature.
ṣé jókòó sí náà lára ẹ bá dì sùn kò ní jókòó sí lára kò sí àǹfààní tí ò sí.
Bitter is beneficial for blood pressure. More so, it is beneficial to the weakness of the body.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni àti pé ní bí oríṣi méjì
We have two varieties of bitter yam, the white and the colored variety.
nípa wà
Bitter yam, like any other yam tuber, is a very good source of energy and carbohydrate. When consumed, it is used in the production of low carb from the detoxified variety. The yellow varieties of bitter yam is the most preferred of the edible variety. Bitter yam contains most of the important minerals such as iron, magnesium, calcium, and zinc. It is useful in the food and pharmaceutical industries. It can be used in the treatment of stomach pain and menstrual disorder. It also contains chemicals that might lower blood sugar.
I'm excited to welcome you to this wonderful moment of inspiration. My name is Olasode Oladapo, and last week we began to have a beautiful time. I believe that this week we would have another wonderful 5 minutes, and at the end of the day you will be encouraged, inspired, and motivated to take the next step to your journey to greatness. To move further from last week, I want you to get a mirror and make sure you are comfortably seated while we're at it. Thank you for obliging me. Now I want you to take a long gaze at the mirror and memorize the image that you're seeing. You see, I'm saying this because I want to say some extremely important things about the image in the mirror, and I don't want you to miss a word of it. Are we ready? Thank you very much. You see, the person you are gazing at in the mirror, which is you, is the most perfect and most beautiful example of creation. The person you see in the mirror is the best thing that ever happened to humanity. Let me say it this way for those who believe in God. You are looking at the most perfect, complete, and unblemished image of God. By now, some of you are thinking, is this guy serious? Yeah, I'm talking about you, and I'm dead serious. I mean every word of it. In fact, if you were never born, the world will not recover from the loss. There is something unique about you, and in that thing lies the salvation of the world. I know you're thinking about your flaws right now, but my friend, greatness is not the absence of flaws. Rather, it is beauty and productivity despite flaws. Every great man that have ever lived on earth, every great man that ever walked this sphere of life came with one flaw or the other. And they didn't let that flaw hold them back from doing the things they need to do to achieve greatness. Greatness is also growth based on improvement on flaws. So the fact that you have a flaw does not disqualify you from greatness. It just means that despite your flaws, you can't be great if you continually work on your flaws and get better every day. So greatness is beauty and productivity despite your flaws, one. Greatness is also growth based on improvement on flaws, two. Also, you may be doubting due to your numerous challenges, but I tell you that your challenges are mere opportunities to express the greatness within you. Except a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it abides alone. Challenges, temptations, strife, tough times, they serve as the breeding ground for great men. You may have failed before. I tell you, failure is just but a minor hitch on the long journey to greatness. Remember, we've been saying that greatness is a journey, and this journey is a marathon. It is not a sprint. So when you have minor hitches, when you have challenges, it doesn't mean the journey is ending. It means that the journey can continue despite your challenges. Even if you are falling, never forget that there is no glory except in rising where one has previously fallen.
Yes, it's a beautiful Thursday morning, and we welcome you to the guest platform on AM Cafe this morning on OSBC TV, channel 32 UHF, and from all the channels that you are picking our signals from. We welcome you to yet another interesting edition of this program, AM Cafe, and it is the guest platform. This morning, we are talking health, and I have the Director of Public Health, Ministry of Health, State of Osun, in the house with me this morning, person of Dr. Akim Bello. Good morning, sir.
Well, good morning.
Sure, you're good today.
Good
Thank
morning.
you. Yes, we all know that our health is our wealth, and we are told to always take care of ourselves and take care of our health conditions. And we know that lately as the season is, it's raining season, and a lot of diseases here and there, a lot of ailments here and there from people, and that's why we have brought him. And we really want to know the update on Lassa fever, particularly on Lassa fever. So that's why we have brought our doctor in the house this morning to tell us more about how to take care of ourselves so that we don't stay in the hospital more than necessary, and we don't spend our money meant for, taking care of the family on hospital bed and bills. So this morning, sir, I want to look at the updates on Lassa fever. To someone who is just hearing about Lassa fever, or who has forgotten about Lassa fever, or a child who does not know what Lassa fever is and is watching us, what kind of fever is Lassa fever?
Well, once again, good morning, brothers and so. It's nice to be here. The Lassa fever is you can call it a viral hemorrhagic infection that's been caused by virus. And the virus is the family or that of adenovirus.
Okay.
Well, it's usually transmitted from the rodents.
Rodents.
Yeah, especially the multi-mammals mammals. The rats that have multiple breasts. And it's endemic in Africa, especially in West Africa. The countries that are actually involved in Africa, we have the Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Guinea, Liberia, and Congo, DRC Congo. It's seasonal.
Okay, it's seasonal.
It's seasonal, and you want to have peak period between January and April. That's when we have the peak period.
Okay.
That's when we have the peak period, and again, it affects both male and female equally, like ratio 1:1.
Okay.
And the age, it affects all the group, but usually between the age of the peak is usually between the age of 21 and 30.
Okay.
That's
you said it is seasonal. Does it mean throughout the year?
No, actually, it can appear through the year, but
Okay.
we have time when it peaks, like between January and
April, like
That's
you
when it
said.
peaks.
Okay, thank you very much, Doctor. Now that you've told us what Lassa fever is, people would like to know. Okay, you said it, the kind of rat that brings it,
Multi-marmot rats.
multi-marmot rat.
No, actually, let me tell our people, our viewers at home, how does it present?
Okay.
You know, it's the way it presents. It may just present as if you have with generalized malaise,
Okay.
as if you have another fever, with headache. You may have cough. You may vomit. You may have chest pain.
Okay.
You may have sore throat.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the way how it presented. But to make clinical diagnosis is quite very difficult. To make clinical diagnosis is quite difficult. It's only when you do laboratory test,
That's when you get to know.
when you confirm that it is. And it's usually done in laboratories. And we have many laboratories in Nigeria that we can do the test.
Thank you very much, sir. How does these multi-marmots get to our areas, or our homes, or to tell our people how we contact it from these multi-marmots?
Yeah, I'll contact you from multi-marmot, Mama, is that one, let me tell you have two types of how it get to the human beings.
Okay.
We have transmission for rodent to human, and also second transmission from human to human.
From human to human.
Yes.
Let's look from rodent to human.
Then from the rodent to human is that they only have the excreta.
Okay.
Or when you for excreta, when you or the vomit of the
rodent.
rat or the rodent on our food. And when you come contact with the food, you prepare the food. The food is not prepared well. Yeah. Also, when you get into it, we come contact with the blood of the animal, or it's airborne. The virus. When the airborne virus, when you come in contact with it from the rodent, it can be infected. That's how. Then people that take rodent, that multi-marmot rats as delicacy. All this bushmeat, we need to be very careful.
Because we never can tell when we will eat one of such.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Having told us how we contact it from rodent and from human being too, let's look at the history of Lassa fever in Nigeria.
Well, actually, thank you very much. It's very interesting because the first documented case of Lassa fever was reported in a place called Lassa village. I've had the opportunity of being there in Askra Oba local government of Borno State. It's very close to Adamawa State. The missionaries, nurses, they were working in the hospital there, and they discovered they contacted the kind of illness. And by the time they carry out the test, they discovered it's an hemorrhagic fever, and that was when, and it was a viral infection, and there was no name to it. That was when it was given Lassa. Lassa. That was the first documented case. Although we have other cases like this being caused by the same family of the virus all over the world. We have another one, but they're of different names. We have in Brazil, we have in Argentina. I think the one is in Brazil is called Serbia. and the one in Argentina is called Juni, because it's also from this same
family.
rat family.
Thank you very much. From Lassa village in Borno State. That's where we got it from. Yes. Now, having told us how we got it, and you have told us the symptoms the other time, probably can you tell us some of the causes?
No, actually, the cause is that we have to be very careful about hygiene.
Okay.
Because, since we know the source, where it comes from, if you are able, as much as possible, it can be prevented. We can prevent it. We can prevent infection. It could be prevented since you are still in a good environment, you need the environment, you will take proper care of our food. How we prepare food matters a lot.
Okay.
And how we store our food storage matters a lot. Because if you're home, your cereals, your rice, your beans are well kept, be covered, and there will not be any how when there is any vibe, we have that in the house. And again, and the best thing for that, when we come in contact, or we don't allow the rat to get to the house. When the house, we make sure you are get caught and killed and properly disposed.
Thank you very much. Ẹ̀yin wá lé ẹ bá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ètò AM Cafe náà ni àwọn kókó kọ̀ọ̀kan tá a máa mú wá nígbà míì ó máa ń pè fún pé ká tu ní èdè àbínibí. Lónìí dókítà ni wọ́n ń bẹ nínú yàrá agbára pẹ̀lú wa. Ẹ sì mọ̀ wípé ìlera báyìí náà ni ọrọ̀. Tá a bá wà nílera ohun gbogbo yóò ṣe é ṣe fún wa. À ń wò náà pé lákòókò ọ̀gẹ̀nẹ̀tì yìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan ni ó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Bó wa ló ṣe yẹ ká ṣe tọ́jú ara wa tó fi jẹ́ wípé owó tó wà lọ́wọ́ wa tó yẹ ká fi tọ́jú ẹbí tọ́jú ara wa fún nǹkan míì a ò ní máa ná sílé ìwòsàn àbí ká máa fi ra oògùn ní gbogbo ìgbà. Ìdí nìyí tí dókítà wa fi wà nínú yàrá agbára. Onímọ̀ ìṣègùn òyìnbó Akeem Bello, àwọn ni wọ́n jẹ́ ọ̀gá àgbà ní iléeṣẹ́ ìlera ní Ministry of Health nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Níbi ètò ìlera fáwọn aráàlú ní Ministry of Health nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun. Ohun tí a tilẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí gan-an ni àrùn ibà lásà. Níbo ló dé dúró lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà? Ohun tá à ń gbé yẹ̀wò lónìí òun nìyí. Torí náà nǹkan mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ bá wa farabalẹ̀ ká jọ gbọ́ ètò yìí. Ẹlòmíì ṣeé ṣe kó má kọ̀bẹ ara sí tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ kó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ máa gbọ́ lénìí tàbí lánàá tàbí bí ọjọ́ mélòó kan sẹ́yìn kó máa wò pé kí ni jẹ́ lassa fever. Ẹlòmíì sì ti lè gbọ́ rí kó ti gbàgbé àwọn nǹkan èèwọ̀ tó rọ̀ mọ́ tá a fi ní àrùn ibà yìí. Dókítà wà ń kalẹ̀ lónìí láti tún ṣí wa létí, láti rán wa létí kí làwọn ẹ̀kọ́ tá a nílò láti mọ̀ nípa àrùn ibà lassa yìí, bó la ti kó, bó la ti tọ́jú ara wa, kí la ṣe, ṣé ó lè ràn yàn bẹ́lòmíì náà bá ní. Gbogbo àwọn ìbéèrè yìí náà láti là kalẹ̀ tí dókítà wa tí wọ́n ó sọ fún wa. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí yín dókítà, ẹ kú ojúmọ́. Ẹ ṣeun àdúpẹ́. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ti béèrè lédè òyìnbó, kí ni àrùn ibà lassa?
Àrùn ibà lassa jẹ́ àrùn ibà tí àwọn olóyìnbó pè ní viral hemorrhagic fever, because kòkòrò kan tí a lè fojú rí, so jẹ́ virus ni ó cause it. Then ó dẹ̀ gbénu àwọn eku.
Ń gbénu àwọn eku.
Ó ń gbénu àwọn eku. Àwọn eku tí wọ́n á gbénu wọn yàtọ̀ sí àwọn eku tí ó ṣe pé wọ́n ní ọyàn àyà wọn pọ̀. They call it multi-mammate mama ni wọ́n pè àwọn eku yẹn. And ó wá jẹ́ nǹkan tó wọ́pọ̀ ní agbègbè wa ní West Africa. And ní West Africa àwọn ìlú tó ti pọ̀ jù náà ní Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Guinea àti Congo, DRC Congo Republic, ibi tí tó ti pọ̀ jù ní. Àìsàn yìí ó bó ṣe mú ọkùnrin ló mú obìnrin kò dẹ̀ sí ọjọ́ orí tí ó lè mú àmọ́ pọ̀ jù láàrin ọjọ́ orí 20 ọdún ó lè kàn sí 30 ọdún. And àìsàn yìí èkúté ló máa ń kó ran ènìyàn ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn èèyàn náà a lè kó ran ara wa. Tí ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ní àìsàn yìí tí ò bá tètè lọ sí hospital because the incubation period there kó tó yọ lára ó máa ń lò bí ọjọ́ 5 sí 21 days.
téèyàn ò ní mọ̀.
téèyàn ò ní mọ̀ kó tó fara hàn tó ní mọ̀. Àpẹẹrẹ téèyàn kí n máa kọ́ ni pé èèyàn ní àìsàn ni pé ara ríro, orí fífọ́, òtútù, ara gbígbóná, ẹ̀jẹ̀ lè máa wúkọ́, àyà lè máa dùn. Ẹni ẹ ó lè máa bì, ó lè máa yàgbẹ́. Gbogbo nǹkan tó bá le tọ́gbà míì ẹni ẹ lè máa ẹ̀jẹ̀ lè máa dà lára ẹni yẹn.
Ẹ ṣeun adúpẹ́ dókítà wa nígbà tí ẹ ti ṣàlàyé fún ohun tí àrùn ibà lásà gan tó jẹ́ ẹ ti ní lára eku láti lè kó bó láti kó lára eku eku yọkàn rìn lára wa lábàá sì kó àrùn lásà ni.
Ẹ ṣe gan ló ti bá ṣe lè kó lára eku ni pé one ẹni tí eku tó bá ti ní lára tí a bá fi ara nù àbí tí virus ẹ̀ tó bá jáde látara eku ẹ̀ tó bá wà nínú afẹ́fẹ́ a lè kó láti bẹ̀. Ẹni tó bá kúndùn kó máa jẹ ẹran ìgbẹ́ ó lè kó ní láti bẹ̀. Ẹni tí ìgbẹ́ ìtọ̀ ìkùkù tó bá dàpọ̀ mọ́ oúnjẹ wa a lè kó
láti bẹ̀. Ẹ ṣeun àdúpẹ́ ẹ ti sọ fún wa bá a ṣe lè kó àti àwọn àpẹẹrẹ tá a máa rí tó bá ti jẹ́ wípé àìsàn yìí àrùn yìí ó ti wọ̀ wá ní ara. Tó bá wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ tiẹ̀ sọ fún wa bó o ní àrùn ibà lásà ìdán bó ló ṣe dórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà.
Ẹ ṣe òótọ́ ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ tí ìwádìí fi wọ́n pé àrùn lásà wà tí wọ́n kọ sílẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà ní ọdún 1969 ní agbègbè kan tí wọ́n pẹ̀lú ẹ ní Lassa. Èmi ti ní ọ̀pọ̀ láti dé ìlú ẹ̀rí ìlú ẹ̀ wà ní Borno State ní Aspira Oba local government ó jìnnà sí Adamawa State.
Lókè Ọ̀yà lọ́hùn.
Lókè Ọ̀yà lọ́hùn. Àwọn nurse tí wọ́n jẹ́ òyìnbó missionaries tí wọ́n wá ṣiṣẹ́ ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n bọ̀ rò pé wọ́n ní ibà. Ibà tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ní kò ṣe bà lásán. Ìgbà tí wọ́n ṣe àyọ̀ fún wọn wọ́n rí pé irú ibà yẹn kò tí ì sírú ẹ̀ rí ni wọ́n á fi fún ní orúkọ ibà yẹn ní ibà tó wá láti
láti abúlé
Lassa ni wọ́n á fi pè ní Lassa fever. Irú ibà yìí náà á jẹ́ ní owó tó wà káàkiri àgbáyé. Ó wà ní Brazil ètò wà ní Brazil wọ́n kọ orúkọ ẹ̀ ní Sabia. Ìkan wà náà ètò wà ní Argentina wọ́n kọ orúkọ ẹ̀ ní Genun ètò wà ní Argentina nìyẹn bó ṣe wà káàkiri bọ́ títí Nàìjíríà ní orúkọ ibi tí a ti
rí lálẹ́ orúkọ rẹ̀ mọ́ lára. Ẹ ṣeun àdúpẹ́ bó láṣọ wa lè dènà àìsàn yìí.
Tí a fi lè dènà àìsàn ni ká máa gbé ní ìmọ́tótó. Àwọn oúnjẹ wa ká máa ṣe wọ́n lọ́jọ́ ká máa tọ́jú wọn dáadáa. Oúnjẹ tí a bá ti sè bí ìrẹsì, ẹ̀wà ká máa fi sínú ibi tí ó bá dín ìdérí tá máa fi cover ẹ̀.
Gàrí èlùbọ́ náà.
Gàrí èlùbọ́ gbẹ̀ báyìí àwọn àgbẹ̀ wa tó máa ń sá gàrí èlùbọ́ sí ẹ̀gbẹ́ ọ̀nà ká encourage wọn pé ibẹ̀ èkúté tó bá wọlé tàbá ilẹ̀gbẹ̀ẹ́ ilé ọ̀ ká make sure pé apá ká tẹ̀ sọ́nù ibi tó àwọn tó bá tún wá kódùn ẹran ìgbẹ́ àwọn láti wà very careful.
Wọ́n láti ṣọ́ra ṣe.
Wọ́n láti ṣọ́ra ṣe.
Thank you very much, Doctor. You have told us how to prevent ourselves in Yoruba language. So I want you to tell us the preventive measures that we need to take so that we would not contact Lassa fever.
Yeah, I think I've said it before, but
Okay.
I will still repeat myself.
All right.
Okay. What the best way we can prevent Lassa fever is that we live healthy and very hygienic life. The way we prepare our food matters a lot.
Okay.
Our food must be well prepared, well cooked, and well done. Then the foodstuffs must be well kept. The foodstuff must be well kept. And we make sure maybe we put them the rice, the gari,
All the grains.
we put them in somewhere where the container where they cover. And again, our farmers, please, roadside where they normally put the foodstuff.
Where the sun dry most of these things.
We are very careful.
We have to discourage
Because
that
all
idea.
these rodents, instead our bush that they can easily come in contact with them. And again, lastly, the people with this bushmeat delicacy, we try as much as possible to avoid them because of this disease.
Thank you very much, Doctor. The treatment, is it as the same as normal malaria treatment?
It's quite different.
It's quite different. Can we use agbo to treat it? Or agbo?
No, actually, it's quite different. You know, majority. Maybe later I will roll out the statistics. Maybe later I will roll out for this season. Majority of these inners, the perennials, and what they need is mainly supportive treatment, and also there is there's a viral antiviral agent drugs that's widely used now. They call it Ribavirin. It's readily available,
Okay.
and it's being supplied by the state government and federal government to us. Because we have a special unit, our
For it.
epidemiology unit for the disease, so that when anytime we have any alert that the illness we have, and for now, I think it's free.
Okay.
The treatment is free in the states.
You can't just go to any hospital for Lassa fever treatment.
You can't, because that's what they call nosocomial infection. By the time you get to hospital, if care is not taken, it's easily contacted. It's easily.
Okay.
So we have to do everything possible, because definitely people that have Lassa must be isolated,
Okay.
so that at least we don't want it to be spread around. So that's that reason that in fact the last time I came here, I told our viewers at home about some medical personnel that were lost in Oyo State because of this because of Lassa fever. They brought in a patient with Lassa fever into the clinic, attended to the patient, and eventually two got illness and they died. I think about two doctors.
Like that.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That means that when the laboratory test is done and it is discovered that it is Lassa fever, one should just go to government hospital.
See, the most important is that if there is high rate of suspicion, the best is that we try as much as possible to refer the patient to
Immediately.
Immediately. You know what you normally do? Okay. In our states, suspected case of Lassa that we got this year, only 8. A probable case of Lassa died. What I mean by probable case is that the patient that died the result was not collected before we lost her. It's after we lost her. And you know what he did? Immediately we discovered the patient was not originally from our state. She came in from another state, from Ondo State, the neighboring states. When she came in from the neighboring state, she went to a private facility in Nabat, I will not mention any town, to the state, the border town. And from that border town, she was referred to a teaching hospital in our state. Well, but before they could do anything in the teaching hospital, she died. You know what we did? We did contact tracing. And we shut down the hospitals. She
had gone to.
So, and again, luckily for us, we traced all our people. We collected their samples. Luckily for us, all this result came out negative. Negative.
Thank you very much. So it's important if anyone comes to any hospital for such treatment, there's the need for contact tracing, just like COVID-19. Thank you very much, Doctor. Yeah, we know that it is contagious. And when such happens in a family, what are they expected to do?
No,
maybe one is ill and...
if one is ill and you are thinking of COVID, you are thinking of Lassa, the best thing is for us to try as much as possible to reduce our closeness
to that person.
So that a kind of paranoia, a kind of isolation. And we raise the alarm, we go to hospital, and we get the necessary help.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. Bàbá rẹ̀ ní tí ara rẹ̀ ti gbóná ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ, tá a ti ṣàyẹ̀wò tá a wá rí pé àrùn ibà lásà ni. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹbí, kí la á ṣe?
Well, it's very cash, very ni pé bá a ṣe ń rí ẹni yẹn, bá a ṣe súnmọ́ ẹni yẹn, ó yẹ kí ó dínkù. Ó yẹ ká fi ẹni yẹn sí yàrá kan. Gbogbo nǹkan tá a ṣe nígbà bí a ṣe ṣe nígbà COVID ló yẹ ká ṣe fún ẹni yẹn. Then ká tètè lọ sí hospital ìjọba, ilé ìwòsàn ìjọba. Because tó bá yẹ pé Lassa ni oògùn tí wọ́n ń lò fún hospital ìjọba lè rí.
A lè rí níta aládàáni.
Dábàá tẹ̀yìn ládàá ó ti máa lọ wọ́n jù. Hospital ó dẹ̀ wà.
Bó ṣe wá wọ́n ń ta aládàáni, ṣé kò ní wọ́n nílé ìtìjọba náà?
Ọ̀fẹ́ ni.
Ọ̀fẹ́ ni nílé ìwòsàn ìjọba.
Ìjọba ti provide ẹ̀, bọ̀ ìjọba Ọ̀ṣun àti ìjọba kan ti provide ẹ̀ fún wa. Ọ̀fẹ́ ni.
Àwa lè fi àgbo, a lè fi wò ó, àbí ká wá bí àgún mu bà nǹkan ká fi wo àìsàn Lassa.
Ẹ mọ̀ bí àìsàn Lassa ṣe rí. Àìsàn tí ò kọ́ mọ̀ ni. Mo lè sọ, àìsàn tí ò kọ́ mọ̀ ni. And àwọn kòkòrò kan tó ń pè virus.
Tá a fojú rí.
Òun
ni máa ń fà á.
Inú ń fà á.
Ẹ ṣeun, a dúpẹ́ dókítà wa. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn ni wọ́n wá wò wípé bí àìsàn kan tàbí òmíràn kan tó bá tiẹ̀ ń ṣe èèyàn gan, ṣó yẹ ká dérú ẹ̀ mọ́ra? Ṣé bí bóyá àìsàn yìí ti ṣe ní bí oṣù mélòó kan sẹ́yìn, ó ti gbádùn. Àìsàn yìí tún wá padà wá. Ṣé mo lè lọ sílé ìwòsàn kí n mú páálí oògùn tẹ́ ẹ ti fún mi níjó ní kí n wá lọ rè ro oògùn ọ̀hún padà kí n lò ó?
Bí a ṣe máa sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa, oríṣiríṣi àìsàn ló wà tí bí wọ́n ṣe máa ń yọjú lára tó bára mu.
Ó bára wọn mu. Téèyàn ó rò pé àìsàn tó ṣe ń jò ní ló tún padà wá.
Ìjẹ́ ni pé wọ́n á sọ fún yín pé tí ẹ bá ní ibà, ẹ máa lóògùn lásán, ẹ lọ sí hospital, ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan yẹ̀ yín wò, ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan ṣe àyẹ̀wò fún yín. Tí wọ́n bá ṣàyẹ̀wò fún yín, wọ́n á rò pé bóyá ibà malaria ni o àbí ibà míì. Wọ́n tún lè fún yín lóògùn. A kì í ṣàdédé lóògùn lásán. And tí ẹ máa dẹ̀ lóògùn léraléra tó bá yá, ìta bá fẹ́ kí oògùn ẹ ṣe fún, òpè ọ̀ lè ṣe fún.
Kò ní ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́. Eshin Atupe, Doc. What if that person has been discharged and after a few months again feels discomfort in the body? Can that person just go to any pharmacy to get the drugs prescribed all the time and take it, not minding to visit the laboratory to check out what is really wrong with that person?
Yeah. No. Thank you very much for this scenario you just created. The best approach for the person is just to go back to the hospital. Let's run some tests.
Okay.
Because all these illnesses, when they present to our body, they may present with same signs and symptoms. But it's only when you do tests, you'll be able to, when you go to hospital, you complain of headache, you complain of general body pains, you complain of cough. Your doctor cannot tell you this is what you are having. The best thing your doctor will have a lot of differentials. Will it be this? Will it be this? Will it be this? The reason that people are treating malaria in this environment is that malaria is the commonest things that normally cause that of maybe general body pain, fever, and so forth. But the best thing for you, when you get to the hospital, they will have to run a lot of tests for you. And after the test now, they now decide, okay, yeah, it's this, it's malaria, it's type of fever, it's just other bacterial infection, and they now treat you, you'll be okay. And again, if you continue to use same kind of drugs, same time, always, there come a time your body develop resistance to the drugs. And the real world we want them to do, they will not be able to do that again when they are needed.
Thank you very much, Doctor. This season, you discover that it's kind of cold a little bit. What would you advise our people out there? How to live our life?
No, actually, well, I normally tell our people that we have to flow with the season. If the weather is cold, the kind of clothes we wear, we'll make sure that is one that will protect our body from the cold. The kind of food we take, we make sure that the food that we protect all our body also. We don't need the cold weather. They can't be eating cold food that is warm. I'll make sure that we do some exercise. Some exercise. Please, before we leave the issue of Lassa.
Yes, sir.
Well, I would like to roll out some statistics in Nigeria.
Let's hear them.
Because, the last one, as at the last time, the NCDC brought out the statistics in Nigeria. That was what, week 26, epidemiological week 26. We had suspected cases of Lassa, 130. But actually, when we were sent to the lab, none of them were positive.
Okay.
And they lost, and we lost only one. Try Nigeria.
Okay.
And these cases, the 9 cases, they came from Ondo State, Edo State, and Benue State. Those are the 3 states that we had from. And again, from inception, from January, that the number of people that, some cases of Lassa cases that we've had in Nigeria is 5,510 cases, suspect cases. And the positive cases we had from the test we did, the positive cases was 829. And 130 people died. And that is confirmed cases. So giving us the ratio of our case fatality ratio of 18.3%. So the probable case, those people that died before the result came out, or before we collected the sample, or that absconded, they were like 37.
Okay.
So, but when you compare the case we're having this year with that of last year, we have more cases this year.
Okay.
We have more cases this year, but the case fatality this year is lower than that of last year. And again, 68% of confirmed cases of Lassa in Nigeria this year came from 3 states. From Ondo State.
Again?
Yes. That's Ondo State had 29% of the cases. From Edo State State had 24% of cases. And from Bauchi, Bauchi State had 14% of cases. Osho State, our dear state, we are on number 28. We just had 8 suspected cases.
Suspected cases.
No confirmed cases.
Okay.
But we had a probable case, the one that I said died. And that one too did not come
from
Osun State.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for that statistics that you just gave to us. Yes, we're talking about taking care of ourselves during this cold season. It's not Harmattan season, it's rainy season, but the weather is kind of a little bit colder than necessary for the children and the aged. How do we take care of them?
As what I said the last time was that, please, the kind of clothes, the clothing that we wear was very important, and the food we take in was very important. Then our surroundings too. We know that in this period, we have a lot of cases of malaria in our environment. And I must tell you the truth, government, they spend a lot of money on how to prevent this malaria. Because I think free nets are outside. Free nets that they be treated with insecticide. So they make sure the surroundings, like our drainage system, will probably take care of. And the best thing, because there are times that when you collect net, insecticide net, and you keep them at home, you don't use them, it's of no use. All these things are preventive measures against some of the malaria. And again, you know, our pregnant women now, when they get to the hospital, when they go for that, in government hospitals, when they go for that antenatal care, they make sure they give them net and they make sure they treat them for malaria in pregnancy. So please, the body prevention is better than cure. And cheaper.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Doctor. You have said it all this morning, and you've heard him. He has told us what to do, how to prevent ourselves from contacting Lassa fever. If there's anyone that has it, we should get that person isolated and make sure that we go to government hospital for treatment. He also told us that we should always take care of our homes. We should cover all, we should make sure that all our foodstuffs are kept where they can be sealed, covered, yes, places like that. But do not forget that we need to cut the grasses around us, take care of the gutters around us. Is that not so, Doc? So that rats would not have access into our houses, into our premises, into our buildings. And Lassa fever will be far, far, far from us. I want to thank you very much, Doctor, for coming on the show today on AM Cafe. On behalf of the producer of the program, Lushala Ogunleye, we appreciate you. And on behalf of the Director, TV Services, Lasun Oyebayo, we thank you so very much, sir. On behalf of the crew too, we say thank you. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sir. Adúpẹ́ a máa rí yín bá. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa kò ní jù báyìí lọ lórí ètò lónìí ju àgbègbè wa. Bàbá ṣe léyìí, eku Lassa yóò jìnnà sí wa. Àìsàn Lassa gan yóò jìnnà. Ẹ já gé gbogbo koríko tó wà lágbègbè wa. Ẹ já mójútó gbogbo gọ́tà tó wà lágbègbè wa. Ẹ má jẹ́ àdalẹ̀ sínú gọ́tà. Ẹ má jẹ́ àkópa àtijọ́ sínú ilé débi tí eku tí wọ́n máa wọlé wá bá wa. Ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá rí pé ara òun ò dá, kó gba ilé ìwòsàn lọ fún ìtọ́jú tó péye. A ò ní fàìsàn ló gbà o. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀. Títí ìgbà míì tẹ́tù a máa gbọ́ wa lórí ètò yìí. Ẹ̀yin ní àárọ̀ ọ̀la pẹ̀lú àlejò mìíràn àti kókó mìíràn. Àní ẹ jẹ́ ká tọ́jú ara wa. Ìlera lọ́rọ̀. Health is wealth. Take care of yourself. Good morning.
Greetings from Alexandria, a game worthy enough of being the final itself of the Total Africa Cup of Nations. It's a round of 16 clash. Nigeria taking on Cameroon. Another hot day here on the Mediterranean coast, but lots of breeze today. It's a 6 p.m. local kickoff. Pretty soon the whole pitch will be covered in shade. So all round decent conditions for the players, and the pitch once again is in superb condition. Samuel Eto'o and Nwankwo Kanu are here as their two famous teams, titans of African football, go head-to-head today. It's goalward, but straight into the wall. Poorly done. Still openings here, though. Awaziem, Omeruo, still coming there, Igalo! It's Odion Igalo with his second goal of the tournament. And it's a big goal. So Musa put that straight into the wall, comes back to him. Makes him ends really well. Awaziem came up for it, Omeruo put it over. Odion Igalo, he's the goal poacher. That's what he does. It did come off the body of Yaya Banana, but he couldn't stop it. The China-based centre-forward makes it Nigeria 1, Cameroon 0. Choupo-Moting, Basagog, they're showing more attacking thrust now. Bahoken! Stefan Bahoken, who's hardly had a meaningful touch of the ball, has levelled 5 minutes before the break for the indomitable Lions. Things were starting to click for them. Choupo-Moting to Basagog. It's a lovely cross. And just as Igalo did his job as the number 9, Bahoken does his for Cameroon. Omeruo might feel that he could have cut that out. He tried to. Stefan Bahoken, who plays in France for Angers, gets the goal. And Gie, can he burst through? Clinton and Gie! The indomitable Lions roar into the lead. They've turned it around in the space of just a few minutes. Clinton and Gie. That comes from the back. Yaya Banana with a long ball. Omeruo. And getting past Ola Aina is Ngie. The finish is precise. Could Akpe have stopped that? There's too much trickery there from Ngie. Stays on his feet, picks his spot. And he finds it. Some nice flicks, some nice runs. Here's Ngie! Almost deflects. Could have been an own goal. Can they break here? Now this was very interesting. That could have been an own goal, that one. Comes off on Ola Aina. And Omeruo gets it away. Igalo! They have levelled. It's onside. Odion Igalo gets his brace. Good work from Musa. The finish from Odion Igalo. What a game on our hands here. Igalo past Andre Onana. Great assist with the chest by Ahmed Musa. Nigeria 2, Cameroon 2. Claims that Barcelona wanted him, but it was too short a spell that was offered. Here he is again. Igalo's try. It's a first ever Nations Cup goal for Alex Iwobi. What a time to step up to the plate. Igalo, he does well. Iwobi in the right place, and that's a perfect finish. Igalo! Nearly bags the hat-trick. Chukwueze swings it over. Oh, Igalo's hit the post. How close was that from Odion Igalo? It's headed away by Awaziem, and the defending champions are out. It's a famous win for Nigeria's Super Eagles in front of two legends. A game that ebbed and flowed. Iwobi's goal proved to be the winner. 2 for Odion Igalo. Cameroon had come from a goal down to lead 2-1 before that second half blitz from the Super Eagles. They are through. What a game it has been. It ends here in Alexandria. Nigeria 3, Cameroon 2. For Mikel Derestum. Simon with the corner! It's the breakthrough for the Super Eagles. Better. Pretty humid though here. The group winner will top Group A, or the winner of this game, I should. And a free kick pulled by Etebo. He arrived in Egypt on Tuesday. So this is his first game of the Nations Cup. They're going to win Lailana! Nomenjina Hari puts it away. Liam Balogun. What was he doing? He had his arm up for it, did Balogun, and then he dithers. What a blunder. John Ogu puts it back, but Balogun had raised his arm saying he wanted it. That is disastrous. Absolutely disastrous. It is a gift goal. Pretty poor at the back there with Madagascar. Lovely ball. Musa feels that the keeper went for the player, not the ball. Well, he has a case, Madagascar. That's given by Wilfred and Didi. Andrea. Off the wall! Top of the wall. Could Ezenwa have done better? The horns are up there, the barrier, the prize cattle of Madagascar. Extraordinary. I guess that'll go down. That's better. He tries to make him. He turns and shoots. Straight into Melvin Adrien. He tries to make amends for the own goal. Goodness. Andrea puts it over. Andrea Tsima there. It is a Nigerian nightmare and a massive shock, one of the biggest you'll see down the years at the Total Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria were flat. They go through as group runners-up. Madagascar win Group B. They beat the Super Eagles 2-0. Nigeria taking on Cameroon. Another hot day here, which will be covered in shade. So all round, Emileto and Wanko Kanu are here as their two famous teams, titans of African football. Poorly done. Still openings here though. Awaziem, Omeruo, still coming there. Igalo! It's Odion Igalo with his second goal of the tournament. And it's a big goal. So Musa put that straight into the wall, comes back to him. Makes amends really well. Awaziem came up for it. Omeruo put it over. Odion Igalo, he's the goal poacher. That's what he does. Choupo-Moting Basagog, they're showing more attacking thrust now. Bahoken! Stefan Bahoken to Basagog. It's a lovely cross. And just as Igalo did his job as the number 9, Bahoken feel that he could have cut that out. He tried to. And GA, can he burst through? Clinton and GA! From the back, Yaya Banana with a long ball. Omeruo. And getting that. There's too much trickery there from GA. Stays on his feet, picks his spot. That's it. Some nice flicks, some nice runs. Here's GA! Now this was very interesting. Comes off Ola Aina, and Omeruo gets it away. Igalo! They have levelled. It's onside. Adrian Igalo gets his brace. Good work from Musa. The finish from Adrian Igalo. What a game. Wanted him. But it was too short a spell that was offered. Here he is again. Igalo's try. What a time to step up to the plate. Igalo, he does well. Iwobi in the right place, and that's a perfect finish. It's headed away by Awaziem, and the defending champions are out. It's a famous win for Nigeria Super Eagles in front of two legends. It ends here in Alexandria. Nigeria 3, Cameroon 2.
Just committed there by Clancy. And I wonder what Mr. Jihad's going to set to Iwobi. Iwobi trying to get the ball across. It's a chance for Nigeria. It's in the back of the net. Nigeria scored. Nigeria found the back of the net there. Chukwueze, the Villarreal man, just 20 years of age. And Clancy is not taking no for an answer. Goes down. Needs to be careful. There's the shot coming in. What a block. So picking up a yellow card. And I think that to see, of course, Williams tested, and he comes to the rescue. Here it is. Boxes Tau's effort. There's a chance. There's a good opportunity. It's in the back of the net. Oh no! What's happened here? The flag's gone up. Here. I told you so. I told you so. They've got the goal. South Africa have got the goal. It came off the back of the Nigerian defender, and this resulting free kick. Hey, an opportunity for a shot coming. Corner. There's a firm challenge there. The ball up on the left-hand side. Good work here by Simon. Simon into the penalty box. It goes. It's a goal for Nigeria. They've got a goal. Oh my word! They found the back of the net. Ekong of Udinese gets on the end of it, and the corner. Well, it wasn't difficult really. Just needed to make contact.
Very well for the next AFCON.
The triangle's right here. He's got two men waiting for delivery to come. Is it going to come in toward the back post? It is there. And how is that wide from Bunja? Approach the 18-yard area of Nigeria. Screaming instructions again. First touch. It's still a line for Algeria. They've got players gathering, and Akpe punches away. Only as far as Belaili has got a dangerous left foot. It's a little too long for Bunja, who gets on the